This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Adobe Firefly is the all-in-one creative studio with AI-powered image and video editing for today's creative process. Built for creators of every kind, Firefly helps you generate, edit, and experiment fast. Because the asks aren't getting smaller, the budgets aren't getting bigger, and the timelines, oh yeah, still tight. With all the best creative AI models in one place, Firefly brings your ideas to life. Unlock a better way to make with Adobe Firefly.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
Our first big story coming out of here, New York City. The New York City Rent Guidelines Board, controlled by Mamdani's appointees, the socialist mayor, freezes rent on 1 and 2 year leases for New York City's 1 million rent-regulated apartments. I know many of you are joyous at this hour. I will explain in just a few minutes how this is a very big mistake. The fallout over the primary, Tuesday's primary, in which it's kind of weird for the local primary to occur and the entire nation is talking about it, where Mamdani's socialists beat traditional Democrats. And I think it's best said, as John Fetterman, the voice of reason, said the other day. He said, and I'm quoting here, or I should say I'm paraphrasing, that Mamdani's candidates that are going to be your next members of Congress, that they're outrageous. You know, they want to abolish ICE, abolish the police, abolish the border. And then you have Mamdani himself, who was grieving that Hamas sniper who was killed by Israel just the other day, right? So Fetterman is correct when he says this, that what is emerging is the full pro-Hamas wing. That's what's coming to Congress, not just Congress, the State House in the state of New York in Albany. And a sports story that is going very political, how Caitlin Clark is being treated in the WNBA. It's becoming a growing issue. Other players don't like that she's white and she can ball and she is a generational talent, but she's being treated very badly in the WNBA. And there's speculation she may decide to take her talents and all the money that comes with her, perhaps to Europe or someplace in the Middle East. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. We'll be beginning with your telephone calls momentarily. But I want to start with the big story. And I don't mean to rain on your parade, but I am telling you, folks, this is an illusion. Short-term gain, long-term pain. This will be a disaster. The New York City Rent Guidelines Board, controlled by Mamdani appointees here in New York City, freezes rent not only on 1 year leases, but for the first time ever on 2 year leases. And this is in regards to New York City's 1 million rent-regulated apartments. This decision fulfills a campaign pledge by Mamdani to freeze rent for New Yorkers. But I want you to think about this, and I want you to think long and hard. He is already chasing away billionaires, right? We know that the mayor is chasing away billionaires. So, contrary to public opinion, and if you're chasing away the billionaires, who is going to pay the bills for the rest of us. And contrary to public opinion, not all landlords are rich. That's a big misconception. Some are barely making it, and I mean barely. Many are mom and pop. I want you to listen to part of this report from the ABC affiliate here in New York City, Channel 7 TV, in which the representative on the board representing landlords resigned 24 hours before the vote, claiming that Mamdani was cooking the books.
Christina Smith, a board member appointed to represent landlords, abruptly resigned today, accusing Mamdani of stacking the deck. This rebuilt board, she wrote, was required to deliver a rent freeze. Everything since has been theater. The hearings, the reports, the public comment, the data. None of it was ever going to change the result. End quote. But the mayor insists that the board members will make up their own minds.
And I look forward to the outcome and the decision that they will make. It's an independent board, and we trust them to make the decision that they come to.
Ann Korchak owns 2 buildings on the Upper West Side.
We've gone a pretty long period of time where the increases from the RGB have not met those increasing operating expenses. We're operating housing in the most expensive city in the country, and rent is how we cover the operating expenses of the buildings.
It sounds like Mamdani thinks you guys are getting rich.
It does sound like that, but he doesn't live our reality.
And he doesn't. He's a rich kid with a silver spoon in his mouth. Mommy and daddy took care of him. He has no idea what it's like to run a building. But he does know how to promise you a socialist agenda in which you think that you're benefiting. So on the surface, and I don't mean to be Debbie Downer, on the surface, it sounds wonderful. We had another candidate in New York City, Jimmy McMillan, whose entire platform was the rent is too damn high. And everybody just thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But the reality is, folks, if the billionaires are leaving, if the businesses are leaving, and if you're tightening the rope around landlords' necks, right? Now, somebody that owns 1,000 units, of course, this means nothing to them. Right? Excuse me. It may impact their bottom line. Let me backtrack. But to the mom and pop landlords, some of them are barely making it. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Your services in these buildings are going to be cut. And then you're going to start to complain. 800-848-9222. The other big story, the second of 3. In terms of what happened in New York City primary night, this is Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis in terms of these socialists that beat out traditional Democrats.
It's outrageous, but, this is somebody, again, who supported a radical group of individuals who were even some marching with the Hamas flag, with the Hezbollah flag in the streets of New York City, the anti-Semitic protests that took place on college campuses, the BDS movement to boycott and divest from anything having to do with Israel. And guess what? New Yorkers still voted for them. That's the sad reality of what's happening in New York City. And it's no wonder why anti-Semitic crimes have now skyrocketed, and New York is the leader in the nation when it comes to these types of hate crimes. What I would say, what happened to Representative Goldman was horrific, and it needs to be condemned by everybody in New York City. And quite frankly, New Yorkers should boycott that coffee shop. They should not give $1 to a discriminating coffee shop in our city. What happened to being so inclusive? What happened to New York City being the city of inclusivity?
Amen, Congresswoman. It does need to be boycotted, that Brooklyn coffee shop, for the anti-Semitism that occurred there. So the guy that perhaps started this in recent memory, Bernie Sanders of Vermont, right? Ask yourself this, right? He talks about the billionaires, but travels via private jet and doesn't apologize. He goes into public office, and now he's a multimillionaire. Think about these things, folks. Here's Bernie Sanders declaring that socialism is sweeping the Democrat Party across the country.
So let me give you the good news. The good news is that last night in New York City, Progressives won 3 congressional seats. They beat incumbents. People in New York City are saying they're sick and tired of status quo politics. They want a government that represents everybody and not just the billionaire class. And actually what happened in New York City took place after we have won major victories in New Jersey, California, Montana, and elsewhere. So what is going on all over this country is progressives are on the march. And I was just before I left the office, I saw Fox Television in their headlines, "The end of the world is coming. Progressives are winning elections. Socialism is taking over the world." Real panic.
Again, but ask yourself, why is it that you're barely making it, but now Bernie Sanders is a millionaire? I really would like you to answer that question, right? So he's a man fighting for the people that travels via private jet, him and AOC, and he's a multimillionaire. Now, how is that? I mean, duh. Ask yourself the question. America, you're being pimped. It's as simple as that. 800-848-9222. Let's start with Patrice in Brooklyn, line 1. Good morning, Patrice. What's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. I'm not going to answer that question about, the politician, okay? Because how he earns $1 million now is none of my business. But I called because my stepmother thinks I'm a Republican, okay? The point is, with the freezing of
I've talked to you many times. You are far from a Republican. You're a bleeding heart liberal. But go ahead, Patrice.
No. I'm a conservative, dear.
No. Every time I talk to you, you sound like a far-left Democrat. Anyway, go ahead, Patrice.
Oh, okay, hon. My parents own a lot of properties in Brooklyn, and they were very, very popular. But I think what can happen is the taxes hopefully can be lowered for the homeowners and for the persons who own, a lot of property throughout the state of New York.
Okay, how is that going to fix the problem now? You're talking about something that could be a few years away, lowering taxes. And politically, I don't know if there's the will from a socialist mayor to do that for landlords.
That's a very good point, Dominic. But have a great season. Thank you, dear.
Patrice, I got to be honest with you. Every time you call, let's lose. I don't understand what your point is. Every single time that you call, I just don't get it. Let's go to line 2. Max in Manhattan. Max, what's on your mind?
Dominic, thank you for taking my call. There is someone out there in the wilderness who's screaming about the illegal voting and the Smartmatic voting machines. It's Mike Lindell.
Okay. Can we focus? It says here you wanted to talk about Mamdani. Do you want to talk about Mamdani or not?
Yes.
Okay, so get to it. Let's not talk about Mr. Lindell. Go ahead.
Yes, because if we can get to the voting and we get the voting done properly, we'll be able to get Mamdani out of office and all of his cohorts.
Okay, so, all right. Thank you for the call. I'm not even going to respond. Thank you very much. A lot that we're going to get to, folks. We're taking your calls, 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. We're going to take a break, and we are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This is going to be an extremely busy month. I have to watch 104 soccer games, follow the pregame, the postgame, yell useless opinions at the TV. It's a lot. So I knew that when it comes to screening for colon cancer, the choice was clear. The Cologuard Plus test. It can be used at home and can only take 15 minutes, so I can do it during halftime and not miss any action. If you are 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a prescription at Cologuard.com.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin. Saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Here's a little tune to help you remember. Same drive, different day. Don't you wish you were getting away? Pack your bags and come on through. Texas, Ohio, Alaska, we're up there too. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Well, I hope you like my little song. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
By the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles. Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did. The painful, blistering rash disrupted my life for weeks. Don't learn about your shingles risk the hard way. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back again. The big news this week out of New York City, primary night, socialists thumbs up in terms of they won and the rest of us lost because these folks are nut jobs and they're backed by their leader, Mamdani. And he no longer just controls the mayor's office. He's now moving back into the state capitol in New York, as well as in D.C. with members of Congress. One guy that I simply love happens to be Republican Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. Here's what he has to say about the Democrats.
I mean, the Bolsheviks are in charge of his party, and they're stone cold crazy. They're living proof that evolution is a slow process. Listening to them just lowers my IQ. As one of your guests said earlier, it's like something out of a grad school coffee shop. And I'm sorry for America, but it'll be the best thing that happened to my party. I mean, because most Americans are going to listen to these pencil necks and say, well, you know, Republicans aren't perfect, but the other side's crazy. And it's up to Senator Schumer and the other reasonably mature adults in their party to push back.
800-848-9222. Senator Kennedy was correct in his assessment. But, you know, another big story that happened just a few hours ago, the Supreme Court ruling. And think about this, advocates for the migrants, for the illegals. If you're, let's say, outside the U.S., right at the border, they wanted it to be considered that you're at the border. It means you have the protections, temporary or not, of the process of starting to be accepted into America. Huh? So you're standing on the soil of another country and you want the protections of the U.S.? No. And you know who was talking about this ruling? And she was on fire, and she's right. It may hurt your feelings, but she's right. And that is Megyn Kelly.
TPS designations are supposed to be for specific periods of time, hence the word temporary. But under the law, the designation can be extended before the designation expires, before the terms expire. The Obama admin granting Haitians TPS in 2010 due to the country's devastating earthquake, Syrians receiving it in 2012 because of the country's civil war. I mean, cry me a river, we have our own problems. TPS for both countries extended multiple times. And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half, you won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to Haiti. Sorry. I'm thinking about our friends in Ohio who've been dealing with these TPS Haitians for years now, who are drunk driving all over their towns and killing people. This is the whole cats and dogs thing. Like, they don't want to live like Americans live.
Did she say anything that's not true? Megyn Kelly. Did she say anything that wasn't accurate? Megyn Kelly. Of course she told the truth. Of course she did. Victory for the Trump administration. Another story that we're following. The world of sports, but it's entering into politics. And that is Caitlin Clark of the WNBA and what happened to her just the other night.
Caitlin to the ground, and that's a hand to the neck, and then Alyssa Thomas steps over her.
So that player has been suspended for a game. I've got to take a break. When we come back, you'll hear how Caitlin Clark is now entering the arena of politics, the topic of her. Politicians are sounding off on this. We're going to take a break. The number to reach us, 800-848-9222. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on your business purchases. Plus, you can earn 125,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 15th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. Check out the new card design at www.delta.com/Spotify Business. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends July 15th, 2026.
Need a laptop that's built to perform and designed to last all day? Select Windows 11 PCs starting at $499.99 are now at Best Buy. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back. So I see among the phone calls, Stephen Elmont says Megyn Kelly 100% wrong. We'll get to Steve in a moment. That's coming up. We see all the other calls, 800-848-9222. I mentioned the 3 p.m. show, the topic of Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. And my point is simple. She's being attacked because she's a white girl in an 80% black league with women that happen to be gay. And she apparently is straight. And they don't like the fact that this white girl can ball. She's like the female Michael Jordan. Bottom line. So I see on Instagram, the social media team put this up about 6 p.m. tonight, and there's already 30,000 views on it, and that's just from Instagram alone. Some people agreeing with me, some disagreeing, some calling me names. It goes on and on and on. But Boomer Esiason, right, former professional athlete, now talk show host, he's saying what I've been saying for about a year.
If I were Caitlin Clark, I would seriously consider going to play overseas somewhere and get the royal treatment and get real money.
From the Saudis?
From somewhere. I mean, there's international.
She can't go to the Saudis.
Well, she can't go to the Russians either, as we saw that, Brittany Griner got stuck there.
She did. Well, yeah, in jail.
Right. So
can't take that money from PIF.
But a lot of the women actually do play, in European leagues because they supplement their income. But now supposedly their income is going up here. And I know that Caitlin makes a ton of money off the court in terms of endorsements, and rightfully so. But I think that there's a petty jealousy, and she's a straight white basketball player. And she is not being treated with any sort of respect whatsoever.
Notice how Boomer got a little careful when he said the word white. Boomer, don't be afraid to say it. They're attacking her because she's a white girl. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, folks. 800-848-9222. This topic is growing so much. I haven't even looked at my Facebook numbers. That was just on Instagram. So the topic is growing so much, and I love this guy, Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee. He did an interview on Caitlin Clark.
You are not happy about how the WNBA is treating Caitlin Clark.
No, I think it's trashy. She gets the crap kicked out of her. My sister played college. basketball. And, I think the WNBA is an opportunity for women to take it to the next level. And I think she's an exceptional athlete, and she's being just abused physically. And, the WNBA doesn't even put her on their 30th year poster. I think something's up. I think everybody knows what's up, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose because some European league's going to pull her in, and they'll pay her, and she'll pull out, and they'll all be back flying.
But you really feel like she's being uniquely treated unfairly? Like, it's a physical game.
It is a physical game, but it's not supposed to be a wrestling match. Take it to the Pro Wrestling Association.
Do you think people are just paying more attention to her getting hurt because she's such a star?
No, I just think I think she's being abused. I really do. I think it's allowed, and it's kind of their thing now. And they weren't making any money when they were just playing legitimate ball, and now they're going to go this route. We had a semi-pro hockey team in Knoxville one time, and the joke was, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out because it was just fight. Yeah, it went for a while, but then people decided, hey man, I'm really here to watch some dadgum hockey, and so then when they did it, they switched back. People started coming.
But what I just don't get is if Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's crown jewel, why would they want her to be hurt? Like, she's the reason why people are tuning in and to watch.
That's a great question. I think they're getting ready to find out.
But what does that mean?
I think people are going to start pulling off. I think people are going to cast their dollar votes elsewhere.
I don't get it, folks. And so now this issue is moving from sports into politics. I don't get it. I really don't. So because Caitlin Clark is white, you're going to hate on her? Listen, if Caitlin Clark is going to put more money in my pocket, right, and I don't have to travel coach anymore, we're traveling by private jet, and my contract is better, Caitlin, go do you. Because when you do you, we all get paid. Just like I've never understood the logic from men that get all hung up when their woman makes more than they do, right? So I have no problem with the fact that when I started out, my wife made more money than me. I didn't have any problem with that because honestly, the way I look at it is, and of course she's responsible and I was responsible, but the way I look at it is more money for me to spend. I mean, so because your spouse makes more than you, and so because Caitlin Clark is white and you can't beat her on the court, you're going to grab her by her neck. So the player that did this has been suspended for a game. And as Congressman Burchett just said, she's a generational talent, but she's not on the flyer, the poster celebrating the WNBA for 30 years. How do you have your most important player and she's not on it? How is that? And if she bounces, if she leaves WNBA, you can forget it because nobody's watching you for anybody else. Listen, I'm trying to be diplomatic. Nobody wants to watch a game on TV or go to the game where it's a bunch of females that want to act like they're men. Then you might as well go see the men play. Nobody wants to go see a game where it's women. I'm not going to say it's supposed to be women. Nobody wants to go see a game where it's women that are acting like they're men. That's why I say make up. Line 1, Stephen Elmont says Megyn Kelly. 100% wrong. How is that, Steve?
Yeah, how you doing, Dominic? Well, basically, I think that she's pretty much generalized all Haitians and all immigrants into one category. There are some that come in illegally, but then there are the ones that come here legally under the protection of TPS. And if someone actually went down to Haiti and see what's going on and if the country's actually habitable, they might come back with a different answer. I just came back from Haiti. I was down there for 15 years. I came back, and it's unrecognizable. It's not a place where you send the people, especially people who are here already working.
I hear you, Steve. Well, let me take Haiti out of it for a second. The USA cannot be the savior of every country. We don't have enough money. We have our own people that are starving. I mean, there's a point to be made for that, correct?
100%, I agree with you.
Okay, but you're telling me that Haiti's not a place that really is not inhabitable right now? That's not our problem. Haiti, Mexico, anywhere.
No. So what I'm saying is, you let them in. You let a certain amount in. They're here.
Why?
Legally.
Why?
Because of the condition the country.
No. So you're coming from a bleeding heart perspective.
All over the world, not just them.
Okay, no. The Trump administration. No. Steve, you can't let everybody in from around the world.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not.
Okay,
but
Steve, with respect. But respect, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You're saying that you understand that, and then in the next breath, you're saying let the Haitians in.
No,
why?
They're here already. I'm talking about the people.
Well, then get rid of them. Then get, like Megyn Kelly said, then get out.
Because they're working. No, but they're working.
Okay.
They're part of the fabric right now. They are here legally, and they're working.
Are they part of the fabric in Ohio where they're eating up taxpayer dollars? Are they part of the fabric there?
No, yes, they are. I have somebody that I used to work with in Haiti from a television station. Now he's in Ohio doing the same thing. He's a cameraman, and he's working. And a lot of people, Dominic, I'm not gonna play the woe is me. Listen, if you're here and you walked over, I don't know who you are, you gotta go. But if you came here, you have a social security number now, and I can prove that you've been working. Why would I just say I'm gonna cut all of y'all off? You're making car payments
because you came here illegally. I'm assuming you came here.
No, you came legal. No, listen. You came
right, but that's under Biden. That's not legal. Biden just opened the border. That's not legal.
Oh, come on, that's not fair. That's not fair.
No. Biden just looked the other way because these were potential voters. People that came over under Biden. I mean, you're here, I guess, but I don't view that as illegal.
Those people couldn't vote, and you know what's the difference between them and someone who just walks over? When you come over here, you have to go to a medical. You have to go through, make sure you don't owe any money while you're in that country. You have to go through a background check to make sure you're not a criminal. I right now, I am sponsored.
So what about the people that came over the border, from Mexico? How about those?
Out. No question asked. Out of here.
So you're saying if no questions asked, then
listen. You know why? Because, first of all, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from. I don't know where you're staying.
Even if I know where you came from, bye-bye. Haiti, Africa, anywhere.
Exactly. All of those places. But if you came here on a plane, you came through the legal channels, through the legal ports.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Would they be here under the legal channels under Trump?
If they were South African, probably, yeah. Or Ukrainian.
No. I didn't ask about South Africans. You were talking about Haitians. So would they be here legally under Trump? What do you think? We both know the answer.
Well, I definitely know a country like that where he doesn't really show too much pity for. No, he would not for them. If it was a different country, yeah, he probably would. But
no. I got to move on, Steve. I just disagree with you. Haitians, anybody, get out. It's as simple as that. I can't be any more direct than that. Let's go to Ed, line 5 in Indiana. Ed, good morning. What's on your mind?
Hey, man. The Caitlin Clark, man, she's the top of the game, and she brought all those women up.
Right, but Ed, she's white. You know what time it is. Yeah. She's white.
I know what time it is. Yeah, and that's when she was playing for Iowa, the same thing was happening, and it was that discrepancy and also that she's straight, there was the big hate on it and nobody's saying anything and she's pretty. And it's like, come on, let's not put that on the back burner. Let's put it
Hey, Ed, but how about this? She's the female Michael Jordan. And he's basically said that himself.
I was going to say, what if Jordan was white? That's what I was going to say.
Right.
Would he get all that attention? Would it be all that? I mean, he was the greatest, except for little putt-putt. What was his name? LSU. He beat Jordan into college for the points. Oh man, Maravich. Okay,
Right.
what about
Pistol
that?
Pete.
And you
Pistol
don't hear
Pete.
about him because he's white, you know?
Yeah,
Pistol
but
Pete.
I don't know what's going on in America. I really don't. I said this in the 3 p.m. show, and, it's not good. Some African Americans are not going to be happy with me stating this, but it's almost like if you're white, you're being punished these days. Like you did something wrong because of the climate in America.
Well, the retribution, what it was, the redistribution, it wasn't given out. Where's the payback? It hasn't been given out, and that's what it is. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the call. Let's go to line 1, Paul, Staten Island. Good morning, Paul. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. This guy's saying if you went to Haiti and you see the condition, you come back with a different mindset. The hell with Haiti. We got enough problems here.
Hey, Paul, I'm gonna let you make your point. Perhaps I shouldn't
we
say
got
this.
to worry about Somalis. Somalis are robbing our government. Muslims are robbing our political office.
Hey, Paul, I'm being real with you. I don't give a darn. I wish I could say how I don't give a darn what's happening in Haiti, Somalia, and any of these other countries.
That's right. Right.
We got to worry about Americans. We got to worry about our senior citizens that can't eat because taxpayer dollars are going to these migrants.
100%. They're rigging. You got Mamdani. Don't tell me Mamdani's not rigging elections either to get these America haters in. You got a woman that says she wants to wipe her hands on the flag, and yet she's elected in. That's a
No, not just wipe her hands on the flag. She said when she's done eating or when she goes to the bathroom, which is even worse. Hey, Paul, bro. Thank you for the great call. And that's your next congresswoman representing Upper Manhattan and parts of the Bronx. It is time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
We are back. You know the mood that I'm in on this Friday AM? Oh, boy. Matt Blaze. Fonnie! That goes out to my girl, Fonnie Willis, in Fulton County, Georgia. You were that close to getting Trump. We haven't heard from you in over a year.
Oh, hey, Fanny, baby. Where's Fanny, baby? Where's Fanny?
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. You know Fanny.
I'm not messing with you, Blaze. I'm not. Excuse me, Mr. White. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Why do I have to look on Twitter and see from Liz and see from Catherine Trunk that you're the birthday boy coming up? Why do I have to look on Twitter to find that out?
Yes, that is true, Dominic.
But wait,
another year has passed.
Are you Matt Blaze or are you Barry White? Which one?
Right now, I'm sort of in between. Okay, let me do the Matt Blaze. All right, I'm back. I'm back, Dominic. I'm back. Barry White has left the building.
Where's your girl DMS? Are you still creeping in the middle of the night?
I did drive through the Holland Tunnel today, actually.
Oh,
just
so you
saying.
Are creeping.
I must have drove right past her place on my way in. I probably did.
So now, but wait. Yeah, wait. Secret lovers, yeah. That's Fonnie and her boo. Boy, she's stuck by him. He must be something else. Nathan Wade, he must be a special kind of guy. Woo-wee.
Mm-hmm.
The district attorney put it all on the line for her man.
That's right. He didn't care she made more money. He's like, hey, want to go on vacation? I'm right with you. Let's go.
He reimbursed me. I reimbursed him cash for those trips. This goes out to Fonnie. Boy, it's amazing what happens once you're elected president. Fonnie's like, you don't hear peep from Fonnie Willis.
Cricket.
Boy, she went and got new PR photos. She thought she was going to take Trump down. She thought. But happy birthday, man. But I can't believe I got to look online to find out it's your birthday.
It is, Dom. It is. That's another year.
How do you feel, though?
Oh, man. I'm at that age. You get to that point. Remember when you were a kid, you waited to get to double digits?
Right,
then you always wait to
right.
turn 18, then get your license, or then when you turn 21. Now you're like, oh, man.
Take it back. Take the clock back.
Yeah.
You got me in trouble, man, with that Burger King, man. You got me in trouble. Blaze. But happy birthday. Let's go back to your telephone calls, Robert. Line 2, North Carolina. Robert, what's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. Caitlin Clark was assaulted on court. She should have called time. Yes, she should have called time out and gotten the police to have that girl who punched her in the neck or the throat arrested for assault.
In the neck. And she's only been suspended for a game. And then Caitlin Clark ended up leaving the game with back injuries.
Yeah. She could have gotten seriously hurt. I hope she isn't.
You know, and you notice, Robert, she rarely says anything, and because she's white, she can't say anything. Nothing. She's just got to take it. Whatever they feel like dishing out to her, she's got to take it. You know, it's just not right. It's not right.
What happened crossed the line, and she's got to stand up for herself.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Thank you, Robert, for the call. In North Carolina, you know, folks, right? So there was Black Lives Matter. Dare I say, maybe somebody out there needs to start a White Lives Matter and make Caitlin Clark your poster child. Vincent in Brooklyn, line 5. What's on your mind, Vincent?
Good evening, Dominic. Happy birthday, Matt Blaze. Dominic, me and my family, starting with my grandfather, have been in the landlord business for 96 years. And let me tell all your vast audience out there, the biggest cause of unaffordability in the city of New York and the skyrocketing rents is the city itself with its property taxes, its freebies, and its regulations. And what they charge the citizen, what they charge the landlords for the water. At one time, what I would pay all year for the property taxes of one of my houses, I pay that 1 month now. What I would pay.
I got to wrap it up, Vincent, but I hear you, man. People think that all landlords are rich. Maybe we should start a chapter, Landlord Lives Matter, right? Folks, this is a big mistake. I'll be back 3 p.m. Eastern. I want you to do me a favor, a small favor. Have a great weekend. Happy birthday, Matt Blaze.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?